quote, teachers can develop positive relationships with students by being fair and consistent, showing respect, and being approachable, end quote. I would argue, as somebody, again, who's worked with every grade, kindergarten through doctoral students, that students are the least of the problems that I had in education. Yeah, of course, there's going to be some outbursts or some students who are going to fight each other every now and then. But then you just step in, you knock one of them out, and then it'll never happen again because no one will want to mess with you. That was a joke. But this idea that, like, education is going to be so much better if, like, you just approach students with respect and be consistent. Like, teachers aren't leaving the field because students are unruly. There are so many, like, issues in education, educational policy, so many influences from parents, from policymakers, from community members, etc., who are just making it so that it's unbearable to be in the classroom. Not to mention, it's not safe to be in the classroom because random people are coming into the school, or even sometimes students with weapons. Like, it's a scary time to be an educator. And again, you're not getting paid much. So I get the sentiment, but if that's the general discourse, that's kind of blaming the teachers, which, again, I would argue that it is all the external influences on the educator, not the educator itself, that is the problem for the majority of the time. Yeah, I've worked with some teachers who, like, clearly didn't want to be there, but I mean, given all the stresses, the low pay, etc., like, I get why you wouldn't want to put a lot of effort into it. Again, somebody with a doctorate and 10 years of experience, I made $44,186. I've presented over 100 times. I have over a dozen publications. I've won multiple international teaching and research awards, and I was making less than $50,000 a year. And I've seen some people on social media be like, yeah, well, if you want to make more, then how about you get more degrees? And how about you just, like, perform well? I did. And I still made less than $50,000 a year. But I'll end that rant right there. This excerpt of the CSK8 podcast is from episode 191, which is titled The Future of Education According to AI. You can listen to the full episode as well as hundreds more by simply searching for the CSK8 podcast on your favorite podcast app, or by going to jaredoleary.com.